Welcome to this episode. Today we cover Unveiling Jesusness in Chronicles, Lessons from Saul's Genealogy. Exploring the wisdom of Jesus through the stories of the Old Testament gives us a unique chance to connect ancient narratives with his timeless teachings. Today, let's dive into some passages from 1 Chronicles and 1 Samuel to uncover the essence of what we might call Jesusness. That is, living out love, humility, and inner transformation. Let's start with the genealogy of Saul, found in 1 Chronicles 9:35-39. Now, when we come across genealogies, it's easy to just skim through them, thinking they're just lists of names. But if we pause for a moment, we can see the significance these names held back in their time. The passage mentions Jeelo, the father of Gibeon, and his family, including his wife Maacah and their sons. Each of these names weaves a tapestry of family and identity. In the context of Jesusness, we can reflect on how every individual, no matter how small their mention, contributes to a larger story. Just as Jesus recognized and valued those who seemed insignificant, we're called to see worth and potential in ourselves and others, even when it's not immediately obvious. Next, we turn to Saul's early reign in 1 Samuel 13:1-5. This passage recounts Saul's actions as he prepares for battle against the Philistines. It tells us that Saul was 30 years old when he became king, and that he selected 3,000 special troops from the army of Israel. Here, we see Saul's early leadership and strategic decisions. Through the lens of Jesusness, we can reflect on the importance of making decisions grounded in wisdom and humility. Jesus taught us to consider the needs of others, balancing leadership with servanthood. So how can we apply this balance in our own lives, ensuring our actions reflect love and consideration for those around us? Moving on, we encounter a challenging situation in 1 Samuel 13:19-23, where the Israelites face a lack of weapons. The text tells us there were no blacksmiths in the land because the Philistines wouldn't allow them to operate, fearing they would make swords and spears for the Hebrews. This scenario encourages us to think about what it means to rely on God when resources seem scarce. Jesus often spoke about finding strength in our weaknesses and trusting in God's provision. In those moments when we feel ill-equipped or lacking, how can we lean into our faith, trusting that God will provide in unexpected ways? Then, we have a pivotal moment in Saul's reign, described in 1 Samuel 13:6-18, where his impatience leads to disobedience. Saul waits for Samuel, who has instructed him to wait 7 days. But when Samuel doesn't arrive, Saul realizes his troops are slipping away. This passage offers a profound lesson on the importance of waiting and obedience. In our fast-paced world, patience can be hard to come by. Yet Jesus exemplified the value of waiting on God's timing. How often do we, like Saul, rush ahead instead of trusting in divine timing? Reflecting on this can encourage us to cultivate patience and trust in God's plan for our lives. Finally, let's look at Jonathan's bold faith in 1 Samuel 14. This chapter tells the story of Jonathan and his armor-bearer as they confront the Philistines. Jonathan says to his armor-bearer, "Let's go across to the outpost of those pagans. Perhaps the Lord will help us, for nothing can hinder the Lord. He can win a battle whether he has many warriors or only a few." Jonathan's faith and courage inspire us to act boldly, trusting in God's power beyond our limitations. Jesus often encouraged us to be bold in our faith, reminding us that even a small amount of faith can move mountains. So in what areas of our lives can we step out in faith, trusting God to accomplish what seems impossible? The lessons from these passages, viewed through the lens of Jesusness, invite us to embody Jesus' teachings in our daily lives. Whether it's valuing every individual, leading with humility, trusting in God's provision, waiting patiently, or acting with bold faith, each aspect reflects a life transformed by the love and wisdom of Jesus. As we navigate our own journeys, let's strive to live out these principles, making a meaningful impact in the lives of those around us.